Hello everyone, it's Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. I got an itchy nose. Sorry about that. Things happen when you're recording. So today we're going to be tying a Dabbler pattern. Dabblers are a very big staple in European fly tying, especially out of the UK, Scotland, England, Wales, Ireland. They're a very staple pattern. It's a style. It's not an actual pattern. It's a style of tying. There's hundreds of different dabblers out there. This one is a little bit of an experiment. I played around today with this one. I'm not 100% sure if it works. Now I might by the time this video comes out, because I might be trying it it's June now, but this video probably won't come out till like September. I'll be trying this out in late June, early July in BC, and I might try this out as well in in Alberta, and might try this out as well in BC and see how it goes. And maybe I'll put a little addendum to this to let you guys know how it goes. But just play around. Dabblers are phenomenal flies. Great silhouette, lots of movement, and just play with them. Get the colors that work in your system, right? So, without further ado, let's get tying. So in the vise today, where the heck did I put the hook pack? There we go. In the vise today, we have a Ahrex FW562 in a size 8. It's a freshwater nymph series, short nymph. I'm going to be tying a fun little dabbler. So going to be using some Semperfli goose biots in Inferno goose biots in fluorescent green. We're going to be using some of the Hends Hare Dubbing Plus or the Hends Spectre Dubbing. I'll see what I feel like as I go. Probably going to use the Hare. I like the Hare. We're going to use a little bit of a Chinese cock cape for a hackle. And then for a front hackle, I'm going to be using a tan colored one. And then for the very front, I'm going to use some black hen. Yeah, so let's have some fun. I haven't tied this one before. It's one I just kind of, I think these colors would go well, and I think it would work well. So I'm going to see if this pattern actually does well. I do this a lot. I mean, a lot. Where I'll just go and I'll experiment, tie up 2 or 3 of the same, go out, fish it. If it works, great, excellent. If it doesn't work, great, then I'll tweak it, right? So now I just want to grab a couple, 2 to 3 of these goose biots. See if I can get them in one shot. No, I don't think I will be able to, so I'll just... Actually, I'm going to do it the way I did it. I was in a tying competition a little while ago and tied to something kind of similar, but not really. And that's what I'm going to do because it worked well. So I just kind of cut it right off, kept them on the stem. Come on back to about there, and I will tie these on. I want them on like so. That's one too many actually, so I can cut that one off. I'm just going to get in there with my super sharp Renomed Scissors here. Just cut that off. I still might be one too many. Yeah, I cut 5, not 3. Just want 3. Fine. So I'm just going to come all the way back. I'm worried about it spinning at this second because I can spin it back, and then I'm going to go under it and pull forward and over and under it and pull forward and over. Okay, so that's like that. Now, if I want to split it so they separate a bit, I can go in between. It depends on, where is it? Depends on the look you want. Split. Or yellow butter, and then just go under that if I can. This can be picky. You don't have to. It's only something that if you want to split these up a bit, like I said, if you want to have them so they're spread apart a bit, I'll just do that, right? And just give them a little bit of a spread. So, okay, done. Lash that down all the way. Now, yeah, it does have a little bit of a hump there, but I will, you will get rid of that in the, with the dubbing anyway. So, I did forget one thing. Right, let's go with this one. I'm going to use some olive green wire, medium. Could use a small. I'm going to use a medium here. Just going to tie it in about there, leaving a little bit of room at the front. Oh. Teaches me for not using wax. So leave a little bit of room all the way back, and just keep that out of your way. Okay. So now I'm going to take some of that hair dubbing, and I'm going to use this number 16. It's an olive. This hair dubbing plus, it's from Hens. It's got this really nice little sparkle in it. Just absolutely, probably one of my top couple dubbings I've ever used. Dubs on well. It's got that little bit of sparkle in it. It's very natural colors that they've dyed it in. It can get nice and spiky too, if that's what you want. Depends on how you tie it in, right? So I think another one of my favorite dubbings out there right now is Semperfli Kapok dubbing for dry flies. Absolute game changer. That stuff floats for years. And then another one I really, really like is a gentleman out of Manitoba, Stu Thompson. He does dark water dubbing in small patches. He mixes the colors themselves, but it's got like a bunch of different materials in it. It's so soft. It's amazing stuff. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to take one of my green here. Just find one that'll do. That one will do. I want these to be fairly long and spiky. This one. So I'm going to tie that in right up at the front here. The shiny side or colored side facing me. Nip, nip. Make sure that's tied in well. Grab my hackle plier. Probably don't need them, but one full turn right at the front. Okay, and my wire. Catch that. That wire there doesn't look the prettiest in the front, but it's all going to get hidden anyway. So, okay, now let's grab my tweezers, my Renomed tweezers here, and just give that a pull out. There we go. And just come back over top just a little bit. This is where that wire is going to be a pain in the butt because it didn't really. There we go. Didn't really do that well. Okay, now, one of my brown feathers, tan, but I want longer barbules on this one. I think it might be a little too long. Let's see. No, not really. It'll be okay. Just strip it back a little bit more in. Okay, again, facing shiny side or colored side out. Just make sure I'm stroking my material back. I'm just going to do 2 to 3 turns. It depends on your feather. I'm just going to, I'll judge it as I go here. 1. Right tight up against that last one. 2. Yeah, I'm going to go 1 more. 3. Go over that. Now, you could be finished there if you'd like, if that's the look you want. I just know from my experience that I'd like just a little bit more up front here. So I'm just going to hold my thread and just give this a break out. And then I'm going to get a nice black soft hackle here. Try to find one with slightly longer barbs. Should be pretty good, that one right there. Okay, pull 2 out, of course I did. So about there. Nip that off. Same thing, just give that a tie in. Shiny side out, as always. Fold that back. Just folded that stem back. You're not going to see it there anyway. So, and again, same thing. Just make sure your material's all swept back. Swept back. I'm just going to give this a couple of turns here. I don't want to overload the front with the black. I just want a little bit in there. Stroke all that back. Holding again, wiggling my feather to break it off. Build a little bit of a head. Actually, I'm going to turn this one light up a bit so I can see a bit better. Build a little bit of a head, which helps sweep that all back. Get my whip finishing tool that's hiding under all my feathers here. And just give that a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Dab a dab a dab of Sally's on the thread. Not a huge one. Come here. Keep that head as clean as you can. It's more for you than it is for the fish. Cut that off. Close your Sally Hansen so it doesn't spill when you knock it. And then just, I like taking a brush and just brushing through. Separates everything. Now, that tail thing, you don't have to do what I did there. You can just put 1 by it. I mean, I don't think this makes that much of a difference, to be honest. It's just I did that for a little bit of a tying competition, and I like the effect that it gave. So just bend that up a bit, bend that up a bit. So, like I said, I just like the effect that it gave. I don't think this is more for looks now. Fish aren't gonna really see that because it'll flatten out in the water. So, but alrighty. So yeah, that's your finished little dabbler. Like I said, just experiment with different colors. I mean, there's some really classic dabblers and stuff out there, but I I also like playing around and seeing what I can come up with, and what color patterns and schemes and styles work in the waters that I fish. I mean, there's so many good fly patterns out there that, I mean, you could have 10,000 patterns in your box and you still wouldn't touch all the good patterns that are out there. So just experiment with colors that work in the waters that you fish. I know for the waters that I fish, this will work 100%. I've got no worries whatsoever that this won't work, because I know it will, color-wise. So, alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please consider doing so. And we'll be doing a giveaway once I get back to Canada. Now, this video might already be the giveaway might already be passed. I'm not sure when this video is coming out, but when I get back to Canada in July, I'll be doing a giveaway of a whole bunch of flies and some materials. So, alrighty. Thailands, everyone.